he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then suddenly he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants, and I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like. And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, "I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go." And he immediately left my house while I was still crying.
Yeah, you try to put your hand down a woman's pants that is not your girlfriend at this point in time, who is sobbing because she is emotionally distressed, and you're like, I bet I could probably get some. Wow. New Mizkif allegations are horrific. Video by Quinn Theo. Let's check this out. This has gripped the internet over the course of the last 24 to 48 hours. A very popular streamer, Emiru, has come forth and brought allegations, very terrible allegations, against another very popular streamer. So let's go ahead and learn about what's going on.
Career-ending allegations have been brought against Mizkif, very well-known streamer from another top streamer, Emiru, who's also been in the news this last week because they were SA'd at TwitchCon. Wow. But getting back to what we're talking about in this video, man. Emiru has made a lot of allegations toward Mizkif, and they're all horrific. Emiru directly accused him of psychological and domestic abuse, stalking, harassment, threats of blackmail, and SA. Now, she covered this all.
God damn, this nigga trying to check off all the fucking abuse allegations.
About an hour and a half on a stream from today. And so I watched that entire thing. I'm going to break down the key points for it for you guys so you can understand what's
blackmail, stalking, domestic abuse
going on. First things first, apologies if my mic is getting moved around a lot. My mic arm broke, so I have to hold this while I'm going over all this. We're going to start first with this Dexerto article talking about this, simply because I want to give anybody who isn't aware of who these people are a little bit more context. Down here, so Emiru and Mizkif were previously in a relationship and lived together in Austin, Texas, close to other streamers, part of the OTK, One True King streaming organization. They were together with that. A lot of people that have just kind of like been aware of Twitch, and if you've kind of seen it here, there are clips that have, surfaced on the internet. There's a very good chance that you've seen Mizkif. He's been a very big streamer for quite some time now, and Emiru was living with him. They were never public about being in a relationship, but people suspected as much, being that they were in the same house. And of course, Emiru confirms this, talking about what she talked about today. Now, with that little bit of context out of the way, I want to show you guys the intro that Emiru gave talking about this on her stream.
Today, I'm finally going to be opening up about the psychological and domestic abuse, stalking and harassment, sexual assault, and threats of blackmail that Mizkif has done towards me, and some of these issues which are still ongoing. For the entirety of this year, I've attempted to separate myself from him and not talk about him at all, and not talk about this issue, and just not make it a public thing.
Now, obviously, those are not light allegations. Those are some pretty heavy accusations to be throwing Mizkif's way. Now, during this stream, I think they mentioned it a couple of times, but they let their stream know that they have consulted their lawyer before even coming forward with this, and they spoke with them before they went live.
Okay, so lawyers are already involved. You know this shit is serious, right? And this girl, she's very successful, very popular. A lot of big streamers work with her. There is no need to lie about a situation like this just for clout. She already got clout, you know what I'm saying? All right, let's keep it pushing. The lawyers does make this shit sound more serious.
Are sharing any of this. But continuing on, she goes into why she's talking about this now. And it has to do with the fact that she was told by some other content creators that he had done something similar to another individual, another woman. And now she kind of feels an obligation to get this information out there and make sure that nobody goes through what she had to go through.
I'm sure a lot of people are going to be asking, why am I doing this and why now? And I would like to explain that before I get started so that people understand what prompted me to do this today, and that it's not just on a whim or something like that. I was informed by 3 separate people, one of whom was present for said incident, that he had done something similar to something that he had done to me, and to someone in LA at the end of September. And this person is not a streamer or content creator, but obviously that does not matter. And because of this, I cannot in good conscience sit here knowing that I know critical information about someone that almost no one else does and not say anything.
Following up after that, she ends up talking about her move from where she originally was living alone in Kansas over to living with Mizkif in Texas. And this is where she confirms that yes, as most people had figured out, they had a relationship during that time.
A lot of people already know this, but I'm just gonna come out and say it. We started dating. We were in a relationship starting January 2022 after I joined OTK. I'm not planning to go into too much detail about the start of the relationship because it honestly doesn't really matter at this point. It's irrelevant now. The only things that really matter that you guys need to know for the story are that it was, one, an extremely private relationship. It was even hidden from friends and people in the org, but I mean, obviously people all eventually figured it out. They're not fucking stupid. And second, it was an extremely codependent relationship.
I think obviously it's important to make that clarification and make sure we're all on the same page about them having a relationship, that it was codependent, that they were very much relying on each other. I think it just helps provide a bit of context and understanding for the following claims and how they came to be, like the domestic abuse, etc. Now you could expect at the time, of course, Mizkif was a lot bigger than Emiru was, and so going over there and then now getting into a relationship, there's clearly—
I mean, bro's chopped. Brody is chopped. So I ain't surprised that that's how he pulled her. You feel me?
A power dynamic there, you know, tied—
He already seemed like a weirdo, but let's investigate further.
To their work, things like that. All that to say that she makes a point that other people have noticed or were assuming that this is what was going to be the content of this stream, that Mizkif was incredibly controlling.
The start of it was fine. I saw a lot of people mentioning this. They thought this was what I was going to talk about. It's not a secret. I think everyone who paid attention knew that he was very controlling over what I wore, to a degree, who I was friends with. Even when I would stream.
And so that leads into her talking—
Now, those are all terrible signs. When this nigga trying to overly control you, that's a bad sign.
About one of these first instances where Mizkif was throwing things at her, throwing bottles at her. More than that, also throwing his phone at her.
It was definitely slow over time that bad things started happening. At the start, it would be things like, for example, he would throw bottles, like plastic bottles with liquid in it, not like glass bottles, at me, despite me telling him like I didn't like—
Wait, hold on, man. This dude be throwing shit at you?
it, and it scared me, and I bruised very easily. He would throw his phone at me. I would tell him, you know, it scared me, I don't like it. And one time it even hit me in the eye, which caused me to get a black eye, but he always, you know, was like, oh, it's an accident. And I was like, oh yeah, it's an accident. Like at the time, I just kind of, you know, I just brushed it off. And looking back now, I feel like that was kind of the start of him testing my boundaries.
Yeah.
Now, in regard to this black
eye, that's how that shit starts, man. They test the waters to see what they can and can't get away with. But this is a bitch ass dude right here. He throwing shit at you? That's crazy, man.
Specifically, we actually have a post from Livestream Fail. All of this has been coming out in just a few short hours after she had went live with this. Stream from around August of 2022, where some viewers have noticed Emiru's black eye, likely from the bottle incident discussed today. And so she actually talks about getting a black eye, and then towards the end of it, she accidentally alt-tabs, and people clipped the alt-tab that she had done, and it revealed this photo, what looks to be her, and showing the black eye. They zoomed into it. Again, this isn't confirmed. It's just what people are suspecting. It falls in line with the timeline. Talks about having a black eye. It just kind of like fits in all of those parameters. And then this photo showed up in that alt tab. Emiru ends up bringing up the Mizkif cover-up allegations. For those who don't know, if you just do a search, Mizkif got canceled a couple years back, having to do with the fact that it looked like he covered up for a friend of his who had, I believe, SA'd another individual. He ended up going to court for it. It's been this
birds of a feather flock together. Not a surprise.
Huge thing. The reason that ties in is, of course, Emiru was with him at the time, and she ended up trying to help him, but she noticed that very clearly at around this time, due to what she assumes to be the stress of everything going on, he kind of snaps. This is when things start getting really bad for Emiru. But to start things off, and this really just goes into Mizkif being incredibly insecure about himself from what Emiru is talking.
I don't care how stressed your life is. That ain't never a reason to get violent with your chick.
about. She goes into detail talking about even more controlling behaviors that he was exhibiting, like not allowing them to stream at the same time.
He never wanted to stream at the same time as me. Like, we really avoided it. And to me at the time, it made sense because, you know, I was like, well, of course, like, you know, we share a lot of community members. If we're live at separate times, we're both going to perform better. You know, it makes sense. Yeah, we were never really live doing the same thing at the same time for a long time, with the exception of like things like events or sponsors or like, you know, just special things.
Now this goes on like this for a couple years until the first stream that Emiru's saying that they ended up doing together was for a Rust event, a game called Rust. And she's going to explain a bit about this, but we actually have clips from that event that end up corroborating the story that she's about to tell us.
The first time that we ever streamed at the same time was for the 2024 Rust Kingdoms event on Twitch. We were sharing drops, so it was the first time in a very long time that we were both going to be live at the same time doing the same thing, basically. I know you're probably like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? But it'll make sense in a bit. So I'm live, he's live, we're both streaming, and like I said, you can go find all of this. This is public, there are clips of this. We're both streaming the Rust event. I start seeing in my chat, people start saying unofficial Miz raid, and I'm like, what does that mean? And then I check my Discord messages, and he's messaging me saying like, Emmy, you know, I'm gonna kill myself. I waited, or I'm gonna KMS. I waited so long for this, etc. Basically, he was upset because I had higher viewership than him. That's literally it. I had higher viewership.
Nah, this dude a straight up cornball, man. So your girl that you probably helped to put on and make more popular, certainly, she starts to perform well, and that's how you respond. I'm going myself. You know, some things we shouldn't say and just, you know, do.
Than him. He starts messaging me, he's really upset. I tried to tell him, I was like, bro, you should come back and play. Everyone's having fun. Everyone's like wondering where you are.
I wasn't talking about what he said he was going to do. That was just a completely random statement, by the way. I was just an observation. You know, sometimes there are things that we should do without saying. You know, that was just an aside. It had nothing to do with what we're talking about right now.
End of the stream. And then I'm still live, you know, trying to act like nothing's wrong. In that house, I had a glass door so I could like see this was happening. He starts walking behind my stream and slamming the door so loud that my noise gate can pick it up.
Wow.
So even people on my stream are able to hear this is happening.
What a bitch.
And he slams it so hard and so many times that the front
Guys, you see, all you got to do is get a little bit of money and get some motion, bro. Because when you got chop cornballs like this, bitch made dudes like this, you know what I'm saying? They pulling chicks and all that. What that tell you? That means you watching this, who's probably a normal, sane guy. Imagine if you get a little motion. Imagine if you get a little money, right? God damn.
Or literally broke. The lock did not work anymore. Hear him back there doing this, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I tell my stream, I'm like, hey, guys, I'll be right back. I get up and I go talk to him, and I'm like, hey, what's going on? And he's like, Emmy, like, I hate all of you guys. Like, all you guys do is just take from me, and like, I'm just done. Like, I'm just done. And I was like, is this like really happening because of Rust drops? And he was like, I don't know what else to do. He was like going off on me, like
wow,
basically saying that he hated me. And I was like, well,
Truly
I don't know
pathetic.
what to do now. And he was like, go finish your stream so that people don't know anything's wrong.
Now, to corroborate this story, just about tit for tat, we also have, again, live stream fails. People were able to find it. This is that collab stream with him playing Rust with Emiru. They're actually showing the viewer count at the same time.
Right.
It starts out with Emiru having 7,500. Mizkif having 13,000.
Okay.
And so it's showing clips in between of them, you know, going through, playing the game, doing their event, leading up to the point when Emiru starts to overtake him with viewership. And from that point, I'm just going to play you guys a few clips stitched together from this
hold on
video to show you exactly what she was talking about, where she overtakes him, he ends up going off stream, and you can see her like flinching every time it happens and then her stepping away.
Bro has almost 20,000 live viewers. He has Hassan in the title, meaning it looks like he's probably playing with Hassan. So this dude, he's big time in streaming. What are you mad about? You are one of the top streamers in the world if you're pulling almost 20,000 live viewers. What are you mad about? Why aren't you happy for your girl? I mean, this is insane to me, man. How would you gotta know that first and foremost. If you are ever a streamer or a YouTuber or anything like that, understand, if you introduce your girl to the streaming world, you collabing with her and all that, you gotta already accept within your heart that it's possible that she might surpass you one day. If that kind of shit make you insecure, which if it does, you're a bitch. But if it does, why you even gonna do that? Right? But it's because he's a loser and he actually is incapable of attracting a woman the good old fashioned way by just having sauce. You feel me? By just having aura. And so he tries to attract women with the money and the clout and the opportunity to grow themselves. But as soon as they actually start to succeed and even surpass him, he starts to fall all apart because now he knows the thing that he used to attract them in the first place, that's gone. You can no longer offer anything. They are now offering shit to you. And that's where all of this anger and frustration is coming from. He's insecure.
Wait, our houses literally look exactly the same.
Yep. No, I hardly slept last night. That's why I seem tired today. Because I'm honestly fucking tired, chat. I'll be honest. I'm pretty tired. I'm just tired. Alright, chat. I'll see you guys later. I will see you guys probably tonight, if not tomorrow. I just need a nap. I'm fucking zooted out of my mind.
What does unofficial Mizraid mean?
Why are we all acting like we haven't murdered? Like we haven't pillaged? Like we have... She had a one-hit advantage. She was coming after me.
I mean, he's acting like a toddler. He's acting like a child. He's going around slamming doors just to try and get everybody to know, I'm upset. I'm mad. Somebody pay attention to me. I'm upset.
I had to attack back.
What the fuck is this?
Well, I have some cloth in my house.
God damn, nigga,
Go to the
shit.
restroom real quick.
And now she's got to be the adult and go and see what's wrong with the baby. What's wrong with the baby? You want some milk?
Yeah, she's trapped now.
Fine, look what I did.
Hello, sorry.
20 minutes,
20
fuck.
minutes.
What a fucking loser, man.
No, honestly, I mean, just having those clips all set together and it's going just about exactly verbatim how she described it.
Right, this ain't looking good for you, dog. This ain't looking good for you, dog.
Mizkif walking over and then the door slamming. It really is not looking good for Mizkif. Obviously, these are the claims coming from Emiru based on how she is presenting these and the severity of them. It just, for me, personally gives it a bit more credence or a bit more substance, but we don't have the full story yet. Obviously, Mizkif has not responded to this yet. I just figure it'd be important to be clear about the fact that I'm kind of leaning towards this. Seems pretty
I got
legitimate,
a good sense about
particularly
these.
that clip.
I think I got a good sense about these things, man. I'm already telling you. Bro's cooked.
Since we have that stream to corroborate it. Moving on past that, she says that because of this event,
He just give off insecure loser aura. I just see it through the screen. Bro, I see niggas with views and all that, you know what I'm saying, money and all that. None of that shit phases me, bro, because I already know what it is. It's a lot of these dudes chronically online. They start streaming when they're young. They develop a large audience of fucking middle schoolers who have zero ability to actually discern the character of a person. And so they ride that momentum and get more and more famous. But I can see when a nigga is like weird, bro. And dude, I'm already seeing. Bro is weird as fuck. Loser, insecure kind of guy.
He really did snap, and things start getting even worse from there. She says that this was the tipping. She also said that this was the tipping point for her, and this is when she kind of realized and made the decision that, yes, I'm going to be moving out of the house now. She then starts listing off a few examples of the domestic violence she had referenced earlier.
After like all of that Rust stuff happened was when the other domestic abuse stuff really started. He would destroy furniture in front of me.
Because that's when it broke him. That's when he was like, oh, it's over. It's done. She doesn't need me anymore. Okay, I'm fucked.
He would throw things in front of me and near me. Destroy walls. Again, you can go see this in some of his VODs in his bedroom. holes in the wall. There would be times where he was upset at me, and I would go to my stream room and literally lock myself in to get away from him, and he would be banging on the door and screaming at me. And at the time, he also would more often do things like going, like if we were driving in the car together, he would be going like 150 miles an hour. And like one time he even said like, well, now we're both gonna die, like threatening to kill both of us. This wasn't like even necessarily because of me or like because of something I did a lot of the time. Like one of the times that it happened, it was because we were just getting food and he was on his phone and he saw that Mr. Beast had put out a video and Mr. Beast had invited another streamer and he was like, oh, Mr. Beast invited this guy to his video, not me. And I was like, oh, well, you know, like, huh? Yeah, I guess so. Which led to him going 150 miles per hour in the car and talking about himself while doing it.
Bro, wanting to kill yourself because Mr. Beast didn't invite you for a collab? I imagine the only reason he feels entitled to something like that is because he already had somewhat of a relationship with Mr. Beast, which means he's probably worked with Mr. Beast in the past. Everything don't gotta be about you, dude.
So that's fucking insane. Unfortunately, this can kind of be corroborated by another content creator, Maya. Here's a relevant clip. It's also showing him throwing stuff at Maya. I mean, albeit just like right in their face. And she also ends up talking about the driving recklessly.
All right, let's see what this looks like. What does this should look like?
Not interested. She said no. Maya unimpressed. That's what that was. 2
Starbucks bags of Starbucks I got you over the past 2 days.
Oh my god.
Hey man, these girls must not have no like big brothers or no shit like that. Let that be my little sister. Oh my god, man. Shit. Fuck. That's insane to me, bro. She on a live stream. He just dead ass threw that shit in her face. And this is supposed to be the chick he was dating at the time? But this is the shit that blow my mind, bro. Is how this shit will be going on and then other people in the streaming world continues to work with these guys. That's why I say all of these dudes, they're fucking weird, bro. They're weird and they're so desperate for clout and to just stay in the in-group that they can't stand on any amount of integrity and say, yo, man, this nigga, he move weird, he foul. I'm not rocking with him. They'll continue to work with him as long. But now, I bet you not a single one of them is going to call him. Not a single one of them is be like, bro, I got your back. All of that shit out the window. It's, but hey, it only looks weird when you buy into this illusion that they try to portray that these people are friends. They're not. This is all strategic. It's all business relationships. And now, you know what? That's fair. Okay, fine. I still wouldn't work with the nigga though if I knew he was doing weirdo shit like this. Talking about I'm a myself, Mr. Beast ain't hit me up for the collab.
Oh, yeah, there better be.
And then you want to take the chick with him because he's mad that she gone past him. Crazy.
Oh my god, I would beat the shit out of him.
We're live. What the fuck?
We're live, she says.
There's something about being trapped in a car with an angry, aggro man that is like the absolute most helpless thing. Dude, I did a guy that would go like 100 miles an hour on the, like we would fight in the car, which was never my decision. Like it just always like happened. Like we just would like fight in the car and then he'd go like 100. And I would like literally like beg him to slow down. I'd be so scared and I'd cry, and then he would not slow down until I apologized.
So it's not directly saying it was Mizkif. It's just, I guess, the surrounding context makes it seem very much so like it was. For those who don't know, Maya also had dated Mizkif. I feel like the best spot to include a few other relevant clips would be right here, since we're talking about Maya. He was actually shown and fully admitted to getting incredibly jealous whenever Maya had higher views than he would, which falls in line with what Emiru was talking about him being insecure about this.
You had 7,000 viewers when you were playing the crane game.
I had 14,000 this morning.
The crazy part is he is talking about this shit in front of the audience. Wow.
IRLing at the nonprofit.
Okay, I didn't need to hear that.
He gets upset.
No, okay. I used no. I used to get upset. I'm not kidding you, chat. I used to legitimately get fucking pissed because I'm like, are you fucking serious? I brought this bitch into the world, and now
he's calling her a bitch right in front. Yo, man, I swear to you, I don't understand it, man. I don't understand these chicks. I don't understand these dudes. This is all some just crazy shit, man.
Suddenly she's fucking growing faster than I was. Because I was going like this. And she was going like this. And I'm like, what the hell is this crap? What is going on here? It's the fucking Babsity effect. So I was pissed. I'm like, you were such a pussy.
The fact that you
Does he have a lisp? It almost sounds like he has a lisp. I was pissed.
say that and feel like it's okay that you felt that way and just be like, yeah, I was like that. Like, that is crazy. That's bad.
Is it bad?
Yes.
And guess what? I don't care anymore.
That's bad.
But I don't care anymore. And I stopped caring.
He's okay as long
You sound like a fucking chick too, bro. The way how you're just so whiny.
as I never have more viewers than him. If I ever surpassed him in viewership, which will never happen.
Oh, she'd be done. I'd pull the plug.
I think it's just important to show that corroboration of other people telling the stories, like Maya, a previous partner of Mizkif. Next up, we have some screenshots of Mizkif interacting with Emiru, messaging her during a World of Warcraft streaming thing, and he got upset because Emiru had picked the same class, which meant in Mizkif's mind that they were going to be constantly comparing him to Emiru. And so now that, you know, insecurity of his that's getting pressed is Emiru's fault for choosing the same fucking class in World of Warcraft. As she brings these up, I'm just going to pause to read them out, but here it says, how do I know it's not just someone who doesn't follow LOL? Yes, I'm still wanting to be DPS, but for dungeons, I have to tank. Yeah. Mizkif says, you really don't. Like, you don't. Emiru, how can I not tank in dungeons? You straight up don't have to because you're a DPS. My group—
Bro! This nigga's dirty! He's dirty, bro! Oh my God. Oh my, I just thought he was just cursed to be so chopped at such a young age. But this is a whole ass 30-year-old man, bro. Acting like a fucking child. Nah, man, get this man up out of here. Get this cornball up out of here, man. Get this cornball up out of here.
Didn't have other warriors. Yeah, I know where this is going, and I'm not dealing with it. I asked for a boundary, and it's always crossed. You don't know boundaries. Second one here, how can I not—
Nigga, you're playing a video game. You're playing a video game. You crashing out on your girl because she picked the same character?
Tank as a warrior in dungeons because you aren't a tank? When I said I don't want to be a tank, I meant I don't want to tank in raid, which is still true because I don't know what I'm doing. Mizkif says you do not need to tank in dungeons. Now I'm going to get so much shit nonstop. And then he starts showing this. Emmy is better. Emmy this.
Yeah, bro. Why are you competing with your girl? I can't, that is the most beta lame nigga shit I ever heard in my life, bro. You mad?
I can't have anything, Emmy. You just take, not tank. Just that simple. WTF does that mean? You already played warrior when I told you we were going to get compared. Emiru says in this one, I didn't have another warrior in any of my groups today and no warriors wanting to join. Mizkif says, girl with 27K, I'm assuming live viewers, couldn't find a warrior.
Girl with 27K.
You can every time, you just want to tank. I know what you're doing right now and I'm not dealing with it. Emiru says, there were no warriors asking to join and why is it bad for me to pull in dungeons? Mizkif said, because now I'm going to get compared nonstop, because now people are just going to say you're better. Because I told you this when you first told me you wanted to play warrior, and it's already happening, and you just don't care about this stuff ever. Following that up, it says at the bottom, there's no boundaries with you. Now we're the same class, same thing, tanks. And
why do these chicks stay with these dudes, though? That I don't get. Why do these chicks stay with these guys?
Emiru's like, dude. And Mizkif says, don't dude me. I asked for one thing with you, don't be a tank, and now you're tanking. What can I do? Emiru says, what am I supposed to do? He says, don't tank. Yep, there it is. Em says, I'm playing the game. And then Miz just starts doing this weird tank. Emmy, do it. Let me handle all the hate.
What
and
a fucking
really starts
pussy, man.
It's going at it. The criticism.
I'm gonna get so much hate.
You're worse than Emmy. The Emmy is so much better. The people saying you're better in every chat. The comparison, since nobody will be on my side. Let me deal with that.
They couldn't have been sexually intimate because the behavior like this would literally dry a woman's vagina drier than the Sahara Desert, bro. It got to this level of insecurity, this level of being bitch made. I can't see how a woman could ever see this kind of behavior and still be attracted to a man.
You have fun. I asked you not to become a tank and you didn't listen. And now it's the classic, what was I supposed to do? I'm not dealing with this. And then she also provides screenshots of Mizkif essentially trying to contact her something like 40 times from January to now when they started this no contact, or at least Emiru did. I'm not really interested in reading through all these, but
this is a narcissist.
TLDR,
This is full-blown narcissism, what we're seeing right here. This level of just bombing someone with fucking texts. God damn.
For you guys,
trying
it's
to drag her back in so that he can abuse her some more.
Of love bombing and him just reattempting over and over and over again just to get her to contact him, and just multiple instances of him saying like, you are the one person I love, etc. Now we're getting into probably the heaviest allegation made by Emiru, and that is her alleging that Mizkif had attempted to SA her.
So yeah, we were just talking and
Really?
I was crying a lot. He started to try to comfort me by hugging me while I was sitting on the couch and holding me really close to him. When this was happening, we hadn't talked in quite a while.
He looked like he smelled bad too. You look like he frownsy.
And I'm usually very uncomfortable with being touched a lot by people that I'm not in a relationship with. But
I'm
I
sure.
let him hold me while I was crying, and he started kissing me in my face, and I let him do it. I was still sobbing a lot. And then suddenly he tried to climb on top of me and aggressively shoved his hand down my pants, and I screamed. Yeah. And when I screamed, he jumped off me like a cat, like. And instead of apologizing or checking if I was okay, he said, I feel weird now. I feel like I did something wrong. I have to go. And he immediately left my house while I was still crying.
Yeah, you try to put your hand down a woman's pants that is not your girlfriend at this point in time, who is sobbing because she is emotionally distressed, and you're like, I bet I could probably get some. Wow.
Checking if I was okay or anything.
This genuinely sounds horrific. I can't imagine to any partner or any past partner that I've had them being in such a vulnerable state, literally crying their eyes out, that would lead into trying to make a move. Now, again, this is Emiru alleging this stuff towards Mizkif. We have to wait for a response. Funnily enough, while I've been recording this and like kind of refreshing pages, Mizkif is currently live. For the sake of making this useful for you guys, I'm going to be putting out this video, and then I'm going to go over Mizkif's stream, actually break it down, and then follow up with that video of his response. But to start to bring this video to a close, we have another instance where she claims that Mizkif had talked to one of the employees of Emiru and said that if she tried to talk about anything that she's talking about, that he would destroy her.
Even something happened this weekend.
Yeah, that's another thing that narcissists like to do. They try to take advantage of the fact that they have done a lot of emotional and mental damage on the person, basically deceive them into thinking that the abuser, the narcissist, has more power over them than they actually do. And so he's trying to take advantage of that right now.
At TwitchCon, one of my employees told me he went up to them and he threatened them, saying, if Emmy ever tries to talk about me, I will destroy her, whatever that means.
Right.
Now, this is kind of alluding to the blackmail part of these claims.
For
This
sure.
involves Mizkif apparently wanting to stage this like smear campaign against Emiru if she were to ever come forward with any of this information by claiming, from Emiru's perspective falsely, that she abused her rabbits. Apparently, he had reached out to other content creators to try to get them on board to talk.
Nigga, fuck them rabbits. Fuck them rabbits. Skin them and cook them. You don't give a fuck about that shit, nigga. You think we care about rabbits?
About this if this situation were to go down and they did not follow through with helping him out.
I mentioned this at the beginning before
I'll destroy you if you ever talk about how I domestically abused you, hit you, threw things at you. I'll tell them about the rabbits. What?
started like fully telling the story. I heard from my friends, other streamers, and my employees that he had hooked up a plot that if I ever tried to talk about him, like about the abuse or anything else, he would try to go live and say that I killed my rabbit. And I was told that he approached several streamers who were around us a lot when we lived together.
Nobody cares about rabbits, bro. Nobody cares about rabbits. People literally raise them to kill them, to eat them. Okay. Now, of course, I don't believe this shit. I don't believe she did. But the fact that he thought that this was his ace up his sleeve was this allegation that she heard a rabbit. Like, oh, yeah. Oh, you think you're going to expose me? Trap card.
And asked if they would basically back him up.
What a loser, man.
They refused.
Yeah, that does indeed sound insane. Funnily enough, as I'm going through and finding these clips, there are clips surfacing from Mizkif's stream that's going on right now of him talking about the rabbit. So I'll be sure to cover that in this follow-up video. At face value, though, that does sound insane. I'd be very interested to see if Mizkif brings any receipts. Now, as this all kind of comes to a close, Emiru says that she is getting a restraining order against Mizkif in Texas and California.
I also want to say, just so people know that I'm not just trying to like put this out there and then, you know, I am already in the process of filing a restraining order on him in both Texas and California. And I also wanted to say that I would not be surprised if he tries to sue me for the stream that I did today and for coming out about him. Not because he thinks that he would win, but for PR reasons, like a slap lawsuit.
I think it's very helpful for Emiru's case that she's also taking legal action in this situation. She also mentions at the end she wouldn't be surprised that Mizkif would sue her for PR. That makes sense. At the same time, if this information is slanderous in some way, shape, or form, obviously he's going to sue her because she's a huge streamer. And these are very heavy allegations that are being levied. I'm very curious to hear what you guys are thinking about this. If there are more longtime fans of Emiru or Mizkif that could give any other information, I'd love to see it in the comments. Come join the Discord.
Yeah, here's the thing. A defamation case wouldn't even work because he would have to be able to prove that she was lying. You know what I'm saying? That's how that shit works, to the best of my understanding. Hey, baby, you busy? I want to ask you a lawyer question. My wife a lawyer. I know, that's like one of my biggest flexes, you know what I'm saying? All right, baby, if somebody, so there's this chick online and she's basically came out and said this guy was abusing her, right? But he's another famous streamer. Let's say he were to file a defamation suit against her saying that she's lying. He would have to prove that she's lying, right? Okay, yeah, so yeah, bro's fucked. Yeah. All right, well, thanks, baby. But yeah, so that's the situation, man. We're gonna follow this up. I think by now he's actually come out with his own response, so we're gonna take a look at that. I'm sure it's pathetic because his entire existence is pathetic. He's in a frequency of being pathetic. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna check that out. But you guys let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Until next time, peace out.